take a bow.
6-time champion of the world.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Season 17 of Apprentice League. We have got 10 drivers on the grid for this very interesting quali session. We've got some drivers going back and some opting to just start their fast lap. Why do they go back and waste some tyre wear? I have no idea. Punk has joined a little bit too late, unfortunately, for qualifying. He will start last on P11's place in this race. Unfortunately for him, we've got 3 minutes of qualifying to set the grid for what will be an 18 lapper around the snowy track of Brno GP. I believe is joined by Kiato to do some Spanish commentary. I don't know if that will be posted. We'll go up, have a look at some of the flying laps, and we are also joined by the co-commentary GOAT, Mr. Phantomy. Hello.
Hello, how are you, Ben?
I am very good. It's Apprentice League time. Best time of the year this is. So, predictions for this race. It's been a while since we've co-commentated. It's weird.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've commentated anything. And yeah, for this race, I'll do predictions for the quali. I think someone will get a 33-second lap. And for the race, it's just gonna be a pure mayhem at the start.
Oh yeah,
the average package over here.
Yeah, the people trying to go down the inside of turn 1, they'll get shoved onto the snow, into the first chicane. That's going to be wild as well. Let's have a look at the fastest lap leaderboard. Never mind, you can't do that in quali, so I need to put it through this. There we go. It is currently Petal on a 33.82. We've already got a 33 lap time, sorry. That is a very good lap from the Georgian Petal. He won last week in AL and JL. Will he continue the dominance here? It's looking likely. It's a 4/10 gap to Kazil, who was P2 again in quali last week. These two seem to have a stranglehold on the grid this season. Across the line goes Kazil with a .1. Good lap from him. Polak in P7. He's been talking a big game this week. Oh, sorry, Petal didn't win JL. Apologies. He got absolutely... I can't say that. He got killed a lot. And then we see the two ZipX drivers, P9 and P10, the GOATs that they are. Axis seems to be struggling to keep on the track. Mathigo is going across the track, and there's Go14 as well, making a big return. A fan favourite is Go14. He sets a .6, and that puts him up into P5 for the fastest lap. Big pace disparity this week. So it is looking likely that Petal could just run away with it again, Phantomy.
And yeah, indeed, he got that 3/10 gap. I mean, in the next 2 laps, I don't see anyone beating it, but I mean, we never know. There is no tire wear, so yeah, it could be interesting to see Pito starting from the front again. I do believe he has some ping, so it could cause some interesting interactions at the race start.
Absolutely, and we will be getting another lap because that's Ricky Boy across the line just before, so this will be their last flying lap of the session. We'll watch Ricky Boy. Can he improve? That was good through the first chicane there. We've got to be very tight through this section. Exit wide, hit the apex. He's done it well, using a little bit of the runoff. Digs into the snow there. That won't be an improvement for him. It doesn't look like anyway. A little bit throws to that corner as well. Go14. He's looked quick through that corner. That was almost the perfect line. That has looked insane as well. Through the chicane. Is this Aussie Alton once again? Too soon, Ben. Through the final corner. He hits a little bit of snow. It's not going to be an improvement. That looked like a decent lap. It is going to be... Well, it was Petal who took pole here in Brno, followed by Elosian in P2. Kozil got P3, followed by Ricky Boy, Go14, Axis, Polak and Mathigil in the top 8. Following them, it was the ZipX duo Mystic and Gilprad, followed by Punk, who joined too late to set a lap during qualifying. Well then, we are back on the grid to start the race around Brno. 19 laps to go. Petal and Eloshan on the front row, followed by Kozil and Ricky. No more delay, we are on our way. Petal a little bit slow off the grid there with the ping difference. Eloshan trying to go down the outside. Petal hits the snow. Eloshan got the jump at the start. That's Polak and Axis off the track. We're going 3 wide into the first chicane. Ricky Boy takes the lead. Eloshan with a great switch back there. Going back down the inside. Blocks off Ricky Boy there with a one-time brake check there. That is Eloshan now leading the race. Petal has dropped down back into P5. It's a repeat of last week's JL. He has been killed at the start of the race and just crumbles a little bit. That is Elushin, who leads from Ricky Boy, leads from Kozil. Go14 up into P4, now fighting with Peto. Neither of these drivers like to cede position. Punk has made his way up into P6. He started last. Axis just behind. Then it's Galeprad with a gap to Mathigal, Mystic, and Polak, who is in P11. Punk did join late into quali, so he did not get a lap done. Elushin leads Kozil, Ricky Boy, and Go14 going too wide. Go14, no practice. He's made his return today. He is in P3. This is great to see from the Brazilian driver. Kozil and Elushin have a gap already to Go14, who is just making a little bit of too many mistakes here and is causing them to gap a little bit. Ricky Boy on the hard tyres, he's one of the only drivers to do so. Punk on mediums, it's looking like that is going to be the favoured strategy on the two ZipX drivers. Galeprad and Mystic on softs. It seems like Galeprad's having some problems out there. I know his controller was bugging before the race. Something has happened with Ricky Boy. He is down into P5. Peto back up into P4. Kozil has a lead. Go14 down the inside of Elushin into the chicane again. Got the inside. Go14 leads the race here in Apprentice League Race 2. Go14 on return is leads the way into lap 4 as well. Kozil in P2 has a little gap to Elushin. That is not the slip gap, just about. Ricky does not want to slip Peto. Never mind, he does slip Peto. Huh. First time for everything, I guess. Go14 is under a lot of pressure here from these two drivers, but Elushin is trying to fight Kozil. You would want them just to stay in formation, get ahead of Go14 if they wanted anything. Peto ahead of Ricky Boy once again. Punk is catching. That is a server lag, I believe. It doesn't look like anyone's been hugely affected by that. Punk off the track there. I don't think that was by Ricky. I think that was just himself. Self-inflicted collision, that one was there. Go14 still leads Kozil and Elushin. Kozil slow through turn 1, is now under pressure from Elushin on the outside, gets the house of Kozil into the first chicane. Go14 a little mistake, gets passed by both. He backs out of it well. On the ping difference, he's further up ahead than we are seeing currently. This has allowed Ricky Boy and Peto back into the fight. We've got a 5-way fight for the lead of this race and all podium spots here on lap 5 into lap 6. Elushin and Kozil have a little bit of a gap now with Go14's mistake. It happened last time though, and they were straight back in it. So like now, because Elushin and Kozil, they don't want to break away. They are fighting. They're fighting like hell. Phantom, I believe, is back. Is he? Hello.
Yarr.
Hello. What did you see the start of the race?
No, but consequent Pito downfall here.
Oh yeah, it's the same as what happened in JL last week. He just got pushed off at the start and started to crumble a little bit. Go14 seems to be back in the slip of Elushin. Never mind, he's made a little mistake there. That is a pack of 3 now. Elushin bump drafting Kozil through the final corner. That was slow through there. Go. Almost making a mistake there. He has got Ricky Boy behind him, followed by Peto, who is just making far too many mistakes. Ricky Boy down the outside of Go14. So everyone's big prediction and what seemed to be a favoured position of Peto winning the race by a dominant margin seems to have gone down the toilet here, Phantom.
Yeah, indeed. And now the top two is just running away, and Pito and Go just slowing each other down like crazy, while Eclosion goes for a massive dive bomb.
I don't know why they two are fighting, as Peto and Go14 are in a massive lag battle here. This is about 300 ping between them. This is ping wars, as Yua has called it. Peto asking Go to slip. Go just says no. He is down the inside in turn 1. Tomasi, you are 8 laps too late, my friend, unfortunately. And a whole quali session. Ricky Boy and Go14 have been caught by Punk. Peto seems to have gapped him just a little bit in P3. However, do not rule out Go. He is a king of comebacks in these leagues. Kozil and Elushin seem to have calmed it down for now. They do want to break off. They do not want to get involved in this ping pack here. Ping pack, that's Axis in P7. He's having a decent race out there. Polak has actually jumped Galeprad. I don't know what's going on. It's not looking good for the ZipX team out there. Kozil and Elushin out of the pits in P6 and P7. If Flix was here, he'd be making so many jokes right now. On both onto the hard tyres. Elushin mistake. Kozil down the inside with a great switchback on the straight there. Elushin.
And look at Ricky.
He's leading. He's leading this big pack there. However, they are still fighting, and they're going to get undercut already quite massively. Ricky stays out. He's doing his hard stint early. Maybe opting to go to the mediums afterwards. Ricky's done pretty well for being on the hard compounded tyres. Axis is about to get past for the provisional P1 and P2 spot. Axis, will he give way to the drivers, or will he fight it at all? He's not giving the position up so easily to Kozil. Doesn't get pushed off the track just a little bit. He slows down, lets Elushin and Kozil pass. Great sportsmanship from the British driver. Peto and Go14 just a little bit behind the leading two here, all on hard tyres, all on the same they're not on the same hard tyres. Where is Ricky? Oh, he's still leading. He's out the pits. Where is he going to come out the pits? He looks like he's just about jumping. Go14 there, and maybe Peto with the ping difference is going to be tight into the chicane. Peto asks to slip, and Ricky says, okay, sure. Never mind, he hits the snow, but so does Peto. Allows back into the slip. Ricky down the outside of this big, massive double right-hander. Go14 goes off the track a little bit too eager there to get past both the cars there. Elushin getting gapped by Kozil. That's about a second to P2, second to P3 as well. Peto making two big mistakes there. Go14 down the inside of the final corner. Punk is now in this fight as well. We've got a six-way fight for the lead here potentially. This is insane.
A six-way is opportunistic, but we definitely have a fight for the podium here between Ricky, Eclosion and Kozil here. And yeah, as you mentioned, Kozil is more than 1 second ahead now. If he managed to keep up the pace for like 2 or 3 laps, he might be in the cozy positions to win the race. Absolutely.
Kozil is on for his first... Hello, Kibo.
Hello, Kibo.
Disrupted my flow, for fuck's sake. Kozil is on for his second podium and first win of his career here. Eluskin has been caught by Ricky. Ricky's been putting in some solid laps here because Eluskin hasn't actually been making mistakes. It's just Ricky has been driving insanely good here. Never mind, he goes slow. Commentator's car is at his finest, but he is still potential to be in the fight here. It seems like Kozil was maybe crumbling just a little bit. That gap has came down substantially in the last couple of laps. Mystic and Galeprad are about to be lapped. In fact, they are lapped already by Kozil. Go14 having a good race there in P4. Comeback does maybe not enough to get the podium potential spot. Peto in P5, he's still in it. Maybe if there's fighting up ahead. If we have a big fight up here for the podium, we could see more drivers into it. Elushin, little mistake there. Kozil's back to a second gap then. These three are closing in on each other, so we could have a fun fight as well for P4. That is a big mistake by Elushin. Ricky now in the slip. This is Ricky's chance for a very, very good result. He's actually... Ricky boy has been in the leagues for about 10 seasons, has never won a race. So it could happen today because he is showing some incredible pace. Tries to go down the outside. That's a smart back out from him there. And then we've got obviously this big fact here forming. They're getting closer and closer at each lap. That looks like Punk trying to go down the inside of Peto. They are catching, you know, and Kozil is gapping. This is got the potential for a very, very interesting last couple of laps. Has your prediction changed just a little bit then, Fansamy?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't have predicted Kozil because I've never encountered him before, but to be 2.5 seconds leading the race with like 3 laps remaining. Ricky makes the move around the outside. That was a brilliant move. He is up into P2 now. Let's see if he can break the slipstream, and he seems like he already did. So now he might be on a run to go and get Kozil and make the move in those remaining 3 laps, while Peto, he's on the screen of Eloxian as he's less than 1 second behind. And he makes a mistake.
Absolutely. Ricky boy in P2 seems to have just about gapped the slipstream. Oh, he makes a mistake. Come on. It would be lovely to see Ricky get his first ever win, but it is always nice to see a debut win as well. That is Peto and Go14 fighting. Punk keeps getting so close to the slipstream of the top 5, but just misses out every time by little mistakes there. Elushin and Ricky having a bit of a fight. Maybe Elushin back into the slipstream. Ricky boy not doing so well in the final laps. The realization starting just a little bit. I said debut win, Dog Gamer, not debut. Kozil slow, quite wide through that corner there, turn 1. Ricky, another mistake. No!
He has the better tires though. That is
Absolutely.
surprising to see him crumble now when he did so good on 9-lap hard the last stint.
Absolutely, it is the stress starting to set in here. However, it seems like a podium is still on for the Dutch driver. That is Go14, just falling a little bit further back on the tyre where he's not had enough practice clearly out here. Peto is somewhat catching. He is probably the quickest driver out on track, just far too many mistakes in the first couple stints. Ricky tries his luck down the inside of turn 1, gets moved on. He's not taking the snow. He's got the inside for the chicane as well. Elishan comes back with a lovely switchback. He's back into P2. Ricky Boy makes a little mistake there, just about keeps the slipstream. Elishan on the defensive line. Ricky Boy gets forced wide. Oh, very pingy there. Peto now back into the fight. Tries to go down the outside into the chicane. Through goes Peto up into P2. Insane stuff from the Georgian driver. He is up into P2. What a move. What a switchback. Kozil, congratulations. His first ever win on his race 2. Peto out of nowhere, P2. Ricky Boy and Elushin to the line. It is going to be a tied podium for them. We'll need to see who comes out on top there. That is going to be Go14 in P5. Punk in P6. That is Axis P7. Mathigo in P8. And then it is going to be Polak, followed by Gilprad, followed by Mystic. Well, that is it then for Race 2 Season 17 here in Czechia at the Brno GP. Join us next time as we head over to Sochi, over in Russia for another snowy GP. Until then, adios.